Alright, so hips, which is like mobility. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, the first thing, you know, you can do these in whatever order makes sense, but, you know, one thing you can do is, you know, draw a big circle. One thing you can do to check your circle is just do your cardinal points. So you got north, you got south, east, you got west. So if you feel like your circle's like not quite round enough, or if it just feels off, just do your 4 points.
You just go through like a stretch at each point.
Yeah. Some people do this fast, but you know, do it nice and slow, just so you know.
Yeah, I feel like I feel it a little more too.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you don't want to stress anything. It's better if you just do this like gradual.
Yeah, because I gotta figure out how to do like open this up.
Yeah. Let's see what I'm doing.
I've been eating so much fish lately.
Oh yeah.
I went to get my oyster shucking knife. Fucking oysters. Like I added cedar tree, these little jalapeno oysters.
Oh yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, oysters are good.
That Italian clam sauce, you know, like
Yeah. That's tasty. It's
Phillips
good.
Casino.
Yeah. It's nice and garlicky.
Big Y is an awesome fucking selection of clams and oysters, just seafood in general.
Yeah. So then the next one.
Would you switch to like go?
Yeah. Yeah, do your counterclockwise and then your clockwise, or, you know, whatever order. But yeah, go both directions. And then there's kind of a figure 8 variation you can do with this. So, you know, the figure 8's going to kind of be, you know, down low here. But what you're going to do is like push out to one side and then come around the back. And so when you come out here, it's a big stretch. So it's like, you know, you're out to the side and you're sending your ass around back.
Oh, that's exactly what I need to work on. My ass now. So what, you're going back just one side to the other side? That's the first move?
Yeah, so just go out to the side, around the back, and then you're back to neutral. And then out to the other side, around the back. And that's basically, you know, like your one repetition. Yeah, the 8 is like, it's kind of, well, it's almost like 2 Ds more than an 8, and like the bow part of the D goes backwards.
Could you do it anyway? Like it makes an 8.
Yeah, totally. You can, I mean, you could even go like this. You could even go and then push your hips forward.
Okay.
But the big thing is go to the side. And you get all this is gonna stretch. Let's see. So yeah, push out to a side. Once you out to the side. Big and go. Yeah. So you're gonna go side and then come around. So side to ass out. Yeah. So you're out to the side, then go to ass out, and then just come stand up. Yeah, more in like when it's out, more in an arc. Yeah. So like more like out and then on an arc. Yeah, and then just stand up. Now push out to the other side. Now arc your ass around. Yeah, that's it. And do that a few times just to build a memory of it.
Keep your hand on your hips the whole time.
You can do whatever. What it can kind of do is it can put your focus in your hips. Because you get so much awareness in your hands. It's just like a little trick. If things clunk or crunch a little bit, it's alright as long as there's no pain. Make sure you're breathing. If you hold your breath, you'll limit your mobility. One thing you can do in the beginning is make yourself breathe audibly. So,
It helps with tension too if you're breathing.
oh yeah, it gets it out of you. Really be obnoxious about how loud your breathing is.
Focus on this.
Yeah.
And like you feel it come out.
Oh yeah. You're gonna feel it. Yeah, it's like all through here. This is gonna focus, but then you're also gonna. Let me see. A lot of the time too, though, like when you go to one side, it's like, let's say,
knees bent a little too.
oh yeah, always a little bit of bend. But it's like when I come out here, I'm gonna feel it out here, but then I'm gonna feel it in here too.
Yeah.
And it's gonna work the other way, so here and here.
Last week it was like this here.
Yeah, you wanna head that off, because that can turn into a hip surgery in like
Really, right here.
30 years, yeah. Because your hip joint's like right there. Yeah, if you lock your knees, you'll be top heavy and you'll start falling over. So then you can add one more thing to that. Instead of coming out here, you come out to the front, and then come here, and go around back, and then stand up, and then come out front, and then go around to the other side. Now stretch here, your hip flexors more. And sometimes if you spread your feet a little more, sometimes that'll help you early on.
feel some like crunching kind of.
That's all right. As long as you don't feel a stabbing pain.
How far do you come out here? Like, just like kind of.
Don't strain it. Like,
Yeah,
just make it so it's like still fairly comfortable. Like, don't like push, you know, just don't like really be pushing it. Just kind of like, just make that like that arched like shape. You know what I mean? You know, it looks different for everyone, depending on, you know, where you're at with it.
The left one, that must be the one that's hurting. It's crunching.
And that's basically like scar tissue clearing out, and that's like your joint making room, like inside the capsule. As long as you don't feel a stabbing pain, you're okay. Soreness is okay.
Yeah.
If anything ever feels stabbing, that's where it's like you gotta back off.
Oh yeah, that's the sore right here. Every time I go to this hip, I can feel it right here.
Yeah.
Crunching.
So you gotta make this like toothbrushing.
Doing this.
Yeah.
I already feel looser.
If you do this once a week, you'll feel a little better, but it's not really gonna be significant.
If you're doing it all the time, it'll.
Yeah. And you don't like, when you go back and review this video, you don't have to like follow the whole video from start to finish. You know, if you have time to do one thing in a day, just do that one thing. Do it twice. If you do it before bed too, it's good in the morning because it gets you going and it programs your body to be more flexible through the whole day. Then if you do it at night, you go to sleep nice and relaxed. You don't contract so much in the night. So it's just like toothbrushing.
I wake up pretty sore sometimes. Yeah. You just go to bed fucking all sore. Yeah. You can stretch. Yeah. I gotta start doing it.
Yeah. So then the next thing, this is a little challenging, but this is like the belly dancer one. So you're gonna kind of squat into this. So you get some bend in the knees. And what you're gonna do is you're circling your hips. Bend even more. You're gonna fucking fly biting. So to break this down, so get in your squat. You squat a little more even. So you got a north and a south, and you got an east and a west. So what we're gonna do, you know, you can practice, wag your tail. Just doing this is really good for you. Keep your shoulders more steady, and just move your hips. So think about moving your ass. Yeah. So just do this.
Yeah, that's my sore hip right there.
Yeah. So you're wagging your tail. You do this. You know. So basically, you get your pelvis rocking. So you wag it, rock it. Just practice those on their own.
Trying to keep my knees steady too. But...
they're gonna move a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna, yeah. Like, you don't need these to be exactly where they are. They're gonna move a little bit, but they're gonna stay bent. So when you feel good about the wag, you feel good about rocking your pelvis, then you can try, you're gonna hit all 4 points of a compass, just in a circle.
Like a...
Yeah. Actually, let's go to... I can show you a thing on hands. Let me see if we get on hands and knees here. We're in the frame. Yeah, come in. Yeah.
Oh, should I get down?
Yeah, come on down. So, what we're doing here is, it's called a cat-cow. So, we're what you're gonna do is on your inhale, you're gonna look up and arch your back. So you get this arch right here. And on your exhale, so it's like a cow. This is the cow part. Then the cat part, you exhale. Bring your chin in and push your back up. It's like when a cat gets scared, you know?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go back and forth. So inhale, exhale. So this is good for hips and low back. Gets your neck moving too.
So when I come up, put my head up. Put that little, yeah.
Totally. So you just think about the animals.
And kind of pop up like as much like as I am.
Oh yeah, as much as possible. You can think of it as like the head drives the whole thing.
Because this lower back, right, or something.
Oh yeah.
I can feel it there.
This will prevent a low back surgery.
Oh, this kid I play with is lower back is fucked up. He's a fat guy.
Let's get through this stuff.
Man, show him this. You won't do the
Yeah, I mean most likely no, but sometimes you'd be surprised. Yeah, that's exactly it.
You feel it like in your shoulders too once you kind of pop up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because you gotta fire those muscles to pull your head up. It's really like a whole body thing. I can make a yoga video for you too if you want. Some basic stuff. I gotta work on my breathing. I think that pokes me up in my golf too. Alright, so now you're gonna wag your tail a little bit. So you're gonna go on your hands and knees, but you're gonna go east-west. So I got like basically like a flat spine. Wag your tail. Yeah. So now that you got those, now let's hit all 4 points in a circle. So start here, and then go out to the side, and then come to cow, and then go to the side, and come back to cat. So do it without the head in the beginning. So just go, keep your head neutral, and just see if you can. So you go from this arch to side to like bowed, and then to the side. So that's how you started. And you can do it with the head moving. It's just kind of it's one more thing to manage. And actually, when I learned this motion, I just learned it with my head neutral. You know, I learned the circular one.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's weird. I'm gonna have to practice just with the two. I'm gonna have to do the cat, cow, and then
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can do that one.
Do the cat-cow and wag your tail, and then work on a circle. But once you get good at that, then doing this, it's easier to wrap your head around this.
This one feels more. This one seems easier than the other one.
Oh, good.
Well, so once I get going, I'll have some.
So yeah, shoulders, just keep your shoulders pretty still. Just, and then you can even, sometimes I'll put my thumbs on my hips, and you're kind of like, you know, one hand goes up and one goes down. Because you know, it's a different thing than this.
Yeah.
You know, it's, your shoulders are pretty, chest are pretty steady, and you're just going around.
Yeah. Well, that's my whole problem with golf too. I pop up. It's like my thing. My head's already popping up, and my shoulders are moving.
Yeah.
This would be good for that too.
I'm trying to think what else would be useful. One hip thing you can do to work on your balance is just stand on one foot and bend this leg. Just rotate your knee in a big circle. So on the leg you're standing on, make sure it's bent. You know, and as you get more steady, make the circle bigger. At home, I mean, you know, like hang on to a wall or something, or a piece of furniture. Ooh. Yeah, you'll feel soreness when you first start doing it.
It's popping when I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's good.
This one feels fine. This one, my left one, it's all fine.
Everybody, that's my tight one too.
Huh.
And everybody's got a tight side. Name a body part, everybody's got a tight side.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
at home, hang on to something. And once you're hanging on to something, like you can really get that circle going. You know what I mean? You can make it.
Oh, yeah, I gotta do that. That's where I'm gonna I gotta loosen that up.
Yeah. So this will make you better. Like this will no bullshit make you better.
Yeah, I know. I can already tell. Oh yeah, I know. Fuck. Shit, I gotta do this. That's where all your power is, right here.
Everything.
Yeah.
Punching, golfing, baseball.
Yeah.
Everything. Trying to think. I don't want to give you anything more complicated because there's so much shit you can do.
I know. And that's
Get good at this.
That's what I was saying. I should just start simple, like what we have here.
I'll give you more. Let's do some stretching on the ground. The angle of the camera a little bit. All right. So as far as stretches go, now here's a real. Actually, you know what? Come back to your feet because we're gonna start your hamstrings. Your hamstrings, your glutes, and what the hell's the other one? Like hip flexors, they're all tied together. So we'll do one standing and we'll go back to the ground. So first thing you want to do, so we're going to stretch your hamstrings. Just make your back flat and just like make like a 7 out of your body. Don't worry about touching your toes yet. Just get your knees nice and straight. Just get your arms hanging. Yeah. Really? So like, before you go down, stick your butt out. So stick your butt out, and then go. Because if you stick your butt out, you're really gonna get your hamstring going.
Oh yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Just right in here, right? Back in here.
Yeah. It's the whole back side. And remember, get your butt, stick your butt out. Like you don't want, at this stage in the game, you don't want your spine doing this, like you want it. So flare your ass out before you go down.
So flare.
Stand up. Yeah. Yeah. So keep it like that and just,
Oh, I think it's this far.
so that's as far as you go. Because you want on this one you want to keep the shape.
How long do you hold it for? Just like a few seconds.
30 seconds. 30 to 60. 30 at least. The way I do it, I breathe like kind of deep and slow, so I do 9 breaths. Now, if you can think about your breathing while you're stretching, it's gonna make your stretching even better. Because if your breathing is tight and shallow, your muscles aren't gonna get the message to relax. But if you breathe like this, if you do a nice big, it gets your muscles to let go. So it's like your breathing is the leader of everything. So yeah, I'll just show the camera here. So you just get your ass nice and flared out. Fucking stretching will save you surgery. So yeah, 30 seconds is good. Now for the next one, you can bend your back. Just come down as far as is reasonable for you. So if it's here or here,
Are you still flaring?
no. So now, this time, I'm letting my back, I'm letting it curve. So yeah, so just find a place that's comfortable, and just don't bounce. Just hold it. And what you could even do is come up a little bit, and now push those knees back. Yeah. Feel how it turns it on.
Yeah.
And what this does is it's gonna stretch your back muscles. So on the first one, you were just focusing on your hamstrings and your calves. And now you're gonna focus, now it's like the whole back line from your heel all the way to the back of your head. And yeah, just make sure you breathe in nice and deep. Because your breath's like the primer for everything. Alright, so we got your hamstrings. We'll come back to your hamstrings. Alright, so then we're going to kind of do some hip flexors. So we're going to do, so you've seen this before, probably. Now, the one thing you want to watch for, so you can stretch this way, and you see how there's this big bow in my back here?
Yeah.
A lot of people do it this way. We want to have the back straight, so you're sort of like pushing your pelvis forward. So you're not going to go as far, but that's good, because you're going to stretch deeper. So you push your pelvis forward, and then shift your weight forward more onto this front foot. You're going to feel that all in here. Does it turning on?
I feel it more in my right. Where am I?
Push your front foot out a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, don't push too far. Just nice and easy. Now, one thing you can do too is take that left arm and like reach up and over, and your left hip will push out. You feel more?
Yeah.
What that's gonna do too is all these muscles in here, it's gonna stretch those out. So you push your hip out and you send it forward.
Oh yeah.
So it's like your hip's going northwest on this one. I'll give you a side angle on the camera. So every now and then, check what your pelvis is doing. You know, make sure you're not doing this. It's nice and straight. Now, there's an interesting thing too with your heel. Your heel is like this. See how it's straight up and down?
Yeah.
You'll feel it more in your quad. If you turn it, turn your foot, you're gonna feel it more on the inside of your thigh. Try that and see if you notice a difference. And you know what? Just bring that arm down for now. Just do this basic one where you've got your arms down, your hands on your hips, or whatever you like. And just get a sense of that. And once you have a sense of that, then you can add the extra. But yeah, just do the basics. So yeah, I'm just gonna, just for the camera's sake. So yeah, not arching your back, but nice and straight. Just send your hips forward.
Trying to push this one.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Figure out what you know what? Forget what I said about the heel. Just go back to what you were doing. Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of fucked me up with that. Okay. So just square your hips forward more instead of being like, yeah. So you should feel a stretch just there.
I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
So check this out.
Yeah, I am feeling it. This is my better one, so I'm not feeling it as much.
You won't feel it as much. But again, instead of being like this, you know, with this big arch, make it straight like you're standing up. So push your pelvis. Maybe that's your spine shape right now.
Oh, kind of like.
Just make it like you just. So it's like I can do this with my pelvis, or I can do that. So you want to kind of forward. Yeah. And then put the stretch on. Yeah. Look at the camera.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, from here to here, from here to here. So pelvis forward, and then shift your way forward. You'll feel that light up. Yeah. All right. Gonna get a little more interesting here. So, what you're gonna do? You're gonna make a number 4 with your legs. So take this right leg, put that ankle near your left knee. And now, You can even reach on the back of your thigh if the shin's too far. Try to just lay flat back. Try to get your head on the ground if you can. Feel that in your butt?
Like on my back, kind of going up.
Yeah, kind of here.
Yeah. Should I try and pull on it? Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And wherever it's comfortable, so thigh or knee or shin. So there's an alternative to this if this is challenging. I can show you that too. Because I do too, I do another one just like it, but you know, you can do them on their own. So the other one you can do is, people call it Pigeon. So Pigeon, what you do is, it's like, you know, it's almost like you're running, you know what I mean? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna bring your, so now you make a nice straight spine, you bring your body over your thigh like this. Bend that knee a little, bring your heel in, bend it. Like, yeah. And so it's like,
And am I feeling it like here, or?
You're gonna feel this in your groin and your left ass. So you can just take a look real quick. So what I'm doing is I kind of have a nice straight spine, like I'm sticking my ass out, and I'm just bringing my body down over this thigh.
I can feel it in my ass cheek.
That's what you want, yeah. You get better with this, more flexible you get too.
And just like hold it on the stretch?
Yeah, like 30 seconds. 45 or 60 if you want. that's a muscle underneath your glute. It's called a piriformis, and that's what causes sciatic pain. People get the low back pain that goes down their ass, down their leg. So that's prevention for that. We got those. Oh, this is a fucking good one. Check this out. So, what you want to do? So I'm gonna bend one leg and I'm gonna pull this foot kind of under my butt cheek. And then I'm gonna take this foot, put it next to my knee. Yeah. And so, whatever knee is up, take that opposite arm. Just wherever it's comfortable, whether it's here, with your elbow. But yeah, you had the right idea. So this hand, run this right along the lower spine and post it on the ground. Yeah. So this is gonna help. That's gonna help you twist. This is like your post. And so you're gonna turn your head to the left. Turn your shoulders. Okay, don't do it. So do it this way.
I could probably do it on the other one.
Well, start simple. So what you want to do, keep that knee out. Keep this knee straight. Go like this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a little easier.
Feel that inside your ass. You feel low back too.
Am I doing something wrong? I feel it in my back.
No, you should feel it in your back.
Kind of up here, my blades are where I feel.
Yeah.
That's what I need pressure up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bring that along your brain. So you get that to the outside. Yeah. See if you can bring your left hand in a little more and sit up straighter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. You feeling that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get so much better at this shit in a week if you just do it every day. So. Is this leg straight before? You can switch the legs. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, always, yeah, so you're working opposites.
I haven't stretched in so long either.
Let's do you have time now? What kind of time do you have?
I don't care. I'm just chilling. I'm just going to the range later. So.
Is it? I was gonna say. Oh, he's going away. I was gonna kill the camera because he was moving closer, but I think he's just gonna do something else. Okay. So the last hip stretch that I want to show you. Now, you don't want to do this one first ever because you want to be warm when you do this. And just be nice and gentle with this one. So this is called a frog. So frog stretch, what you're going to do, you kind of spread your legs open, and what you want is Yeah. Just like that. You kind of like open your feet up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to move your hips back towards your heels. And you're going to go real super slow and gentle. And if this puts any pressure on your knees, stop immediately.
You can feel it like in here.
Oh yeah. Don't force it. Almost like gravity do it. So it's like to stay here, you need to use muscles. Just relax and let gravity bring your hips back. So make it gravity driven rather than muscle driven. And even if you only go back an inch, so breathe nice and easy and just hang out in that inch. Like don't force yourself to take any ground, you know what I'm saying? Your knees feel okay?
Yeah. I just feel it in my hips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just feeling it in my groin.
So yeah, just a nice 30 seconds, you know, when you're new at this. Sometimes counting can kind of like stress you out more.
Yeah, I don't like counting.
So do 8 breaths or 9 breaths. Just count your breaths. Or use your phone timer. So yeah. So when you come out of this,
Pop out like forward.
yeah, nice and slow. Come out nice and slow.
Oh, yeah, I came out too fast. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to get to I think you're gonna come out of it.
Yeah, I popped out and that was not a good idea. Yeah.
So you come forward nice and easy, and what you can even do is pull your leg. Pull your legs.
That's what you yeah, no, I should have did that. Mine was just, I popped. That was not...
don't come out of that.
Oh.
Because that can actually make your muscles flip out.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel fine. It's just weird. Oh.
Now you can, if you force that stretch, you can't hurt yourself. Like no bullshit.
I like that one. Yeah, you just let it just slide it in there.
It's just a gravity stretch.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a little sore. Yeah, it's sore now.
Yeah. So
Feels
then
good,
last things, I like to do my hamstrings on the ground. So you do this one. You probably remember this one from sports, you know, and you just, you know, wherever makes sense. What you can do instead of reaching like that is, check this out. This is my least flexible side. So keep your back nice and straight, and just lean forward to like here with a nice straight back. Bring that left leg in, like wing it in, yeah. And just sit up nice and tall as possible, and then just bend forward towards your foot. That's gonna give you more stretch. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, nice and tall. Get good at that, and then you can, you know, then you can reach forward, but start nice and tall.
Come out of that tall. Just trying to lean forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you stand tall, I already feel it more than if you just bend over.
Oh yeah. And that's gonna hit your calf.
Flex your foot up a little bit.
Big time, because it's gonna stretch your calf. So then I do a straddle. nice and straight, and then pull your toes in and just lean. You know, just lean with a nice straight spine. Shoulders back, back's nice and straight. Just put the tips of your fingers on the ground. You know, you don't have to strain that much. Just put the tips of your fingers on the ground like this. Just get a little tiny lean. But you're gonna feel all that stuff. This is teaching you a good spine shape too, because really, to be strong without getting injured, you want to have a good spine shape instead of like being a hunchback. And then the last thing, you do a toe touch. But don't worry about your toes at this point. Again, pull your toes back. Push your heels, pull your toes. Nice straight spine. Instead of rolling like this, sit up nice and tall. And just make sure you're tall. Shoulders back, and just a little tiny lean towards your toes. Don't bounce.
I feel like I have to lean to get any stretch.
Yeah, lean if you need to, but you know, you can cheat a little bit with rounding your back.
Yeah,
But
I can't get up there.
But as you get better, so make sure you hold. Like, don't be going like.
Yeah.
So let's say that's your spot, right? Now what you want to do over time is go like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to get straightened out.
Yeah. So you might start here, but then over time, go to here. You're gonna get more out of this length. So that's your project. Your project is to go from here to here. And that's even like on the one-leggers. Go from here to here. So I would go for that before you go for even more length. Just go for that upright. Little bonus. Remember the butterfly stretch from sports? Now don't push your knees down. Instead of pushing your knees down, what you could do is grab your feet, and now instead of pushing your knees, just straighten your arms and sit up as tall as possible, and that's gonna put a stretch on. So, yep, spine upright, shoulders back. That's gonna put a stretch in your groin and in your low back. So these aren't gonna look like much, but it's about the stretch rather than looking.
Yeah.
And you wanna look good, you wanna look like you're doing a big stretch, but it's not always the best thing, especially in the beginning. Like, I still suck at this one. So yeah. Let's do one for your upper body. So this one, stretch your abs and your chest. You know, we all have a little bit of dad posture, and that's the front side being tight. So what we're gonna do, so you're gonna kneel, and you want your thighs to be perpendicular to the ground. You're gonna walk, pull your shoulder blades together, walk your hands out, and what you're gonna do is stretch like this. So this is gonna stretch the whole front side and your lats here. And the whole goal is just keep pushing your chest towards the ground. Come around.
I can definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Upper body.
And even, just bring it up. You know, don't strain anything, but the whole goal is bring us as close to the ground as possible.
I can feel it on my shoulder a bit right,
Yeah.
right in the blade. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
then I can feel it. I can feel it in here. It's just it's doing the crunching thing
Yeah.
like it was here.
Yeah.
Do you still do your shoulder roll things?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to do that. Do you remember how to baby roll?
No.
You wanna get that on film?
We'll try it.
All right, so just a refresher. Make sure we get this framed up. So let's do it. Let's do it with just one limb at a time instead of trying to juggle two. So yeah, just watch me and then, have a go. So you're just laying on the ground like a rag doll, nice and loose. So it's nice and loose like a rag doll, and then just bring a leg over. Let the leg pull you over. Same thing this way. So point your toe where you want to go. Just keep reaching. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Just bring it over. You're gonna loosen everything. Same thing with the arm. So with the arm, you're gonna reach up and over the top, and you want to look up and over. So your head's gonna do a lot of this when you use your arm. You want to flop like this at the end. Flop is a key thing. It shows you you're doing it right. So with the arm, it's head and arm. Reach and look. Yeah, try that.
Should I start on my stomach?
Yeah, it seems the most natural. And try, yeah. You know what? Leave your leg on the ground right now. Just do the head and the arm. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's
Do I
perfect.
come over with my right arm?
That's perfect. Yeah, yeah. And make sure you lift your head up and look with your head.
Like off the ground.
Yeah, and then look at the ground where you want to go. Make sure this, because from your finger to your toe is your axle. So make sure you got a straight axle. Breathe. Yep. Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Go back this way.
Yeah.
So, should I feel like I'm moving my leg or just let my body do it? Or,
Do you want to use your arm or your leg? You can use both.
so when you do that, what's your release when you fall? Kind of like.
Yeah, let it jiggle. So if you're using arm only, try to keep this relaxed as long and as much as possible. Like, yeah, to learn it, you will use it a little bit, but as you go on, just make it more and more just passive.
What's the foot part? I just point my foot.
Yeah, so keep your arms still and just point and reach with the foot. Yeah, and good. And go horizontal like you're doing. Some people like lift the foot up in the air, which is no good for rolling. You're reaching across. Good. Yeah. And on this one, if you leave your head on the ground, it'll actually help you.
With the feet?
Yeah, if you're going foot only, leave your head on the ground. Because it gives you like, yup. That's it. That's the one. Nice, man.
Try another hand. So watch my hand to get over. And don't use my foot to help me. Or does it matter?
You could. It just depends. Before you do a roll, you decide what you want to do. Do you want to do arm only? Do you want to do leg only, or do you want to do arm and leg?
I'm trying arm and leg.
There's all different ways to do it. Sometimes in the beginning it's complex for people to do arm and leg, but if it makes sense, just do it.
It'll really need some. Let me try that. Am I on the mark with that, or?
Yeah, you look good. You look really good.
And this is like a whole body, or is this upper body?
This is everything.
Yeah, it feels like it'd be everything.
It's everything. You know, if you do leg only, it's going to do more for your upper body, and if you do arm only, it's going to do more for your lower. But it's pretty whole body.
Oh, look at those. I gotta like those ones.
Oh yeah. And this actually, you could do this in the beginning.
Oh, to start off.
Yeah. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to put titles between every stretch.
Okay.
So you know what they're called. What I would suggest is the first time you watch a YouTube video, make a list of everything. So then you know what they're called, and you can make a routine for yourself and decide, you know, what you're gonna do at what times. Do this before you do anything. Before you do any stretching, I'd say do these.
Baby roll.
Yeah. And even do some when you're done stretching. Actually, last thing, let me show you a stretch for like the chest. So we're gonna go back on the ground here. So, let me see. So we're gonna do the one leg straight, one leg comes over, and then, so I got my left leg straight, right? My right arm is gonna go straight out, and I'm gonna look at my right arm, and then my left hand on my right knee. So what I'm emphasizing here is I want my shoulders to be, the arm to be as flat as possible. And then as this leg falls, it's gonna stretch here, stretch my chest. Help you out.
Yeah, my head is turned opposite my arm. Or do I turn it back?
Turn it to your arm.
I'll turn it to the arm.
Yeah. So yeah, actually before you let that drop, so down on the ground. Yeah. Back there.
I feel it in my lower back too.
Yeah. So yeah, if it really fucking hurts, like if it's sharp and stabbing,
No.
don't do it.
Oh jeez, that's
Good. Let me bring the camera in on you. This is hard. Yeah, just do another one for the. So yeah, just put one. So.
Oh yeah. Where is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're doing a big twist. And keep that leg a little straighter. Yeah. No. A little more. Yeah. What you can do is like bring this knee up a little. Yeah. And I always put that there.
Oh yeah.
So what you can do, so put your shoulder on the ground more and lift your knee up. Yeah. Because like the priority in stretch is having your shoulder down. And then you can let the knee down as long as you keep your shoulder pretty much down. You know what I mean? Nothing's ever perfect. Just make sure you're breathing. Because breath holding can get you injured. I'll get a shot of you on the other side too, just to so you get a good example. But yeah, man, you don't get the dad body. You can go palm up or palm. Yeah.
And then this hand is here.
Yeah. So bring. Wait, what the hell? Yeah. So that's.
Oh.
Yeah. Twist more. Yeah. You put it on the thigh or the knee.
It's like as far as I can get it down.
Yeah. It's all about the shoulder. As you get more flexible, then the knee can hit the ground. Sometimes, when I first started doing this,
like up here.
Yeah. That's tight for me too, is the left side of the chest and the shoulder. Yeah. All right. I think we'll call it a day there. Yeah. All right. So one thing you want to do is practice breathing in your whole lung, because usually we're chest breathers. Here in the Western world, chest breathing puts you in like fight or flight, which is great if you have to run away from an attacker or a wild animal. But it stresses your body out. So when you breathe, you always want to start your breathing in your belly. So your breathing, it's fluid, but it's like 3 stages. You go from belly to ribs to chest. So
does the inhale, you feel it in your stomach first?
Yeah. So the wave starts in your stomach. You can even play with it where you can start it in your belly button and feel the air go down to like your crotch, and even like your lower back too, and your sides, and then it'll come up to your ribs and up to your chest. When you exhale, it's the opposite, so it's out of your chest, out of your ribs, out of your belly. If belly breathing feels awkward, just put a hand on your belly and a hand on your chest.
Actually, now I feel it. Like, I never thought about it before, but now I can. It's like weird.
Okay.
Like, you can actually feel the air. Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
So wait, what did you say we do? What's the natural breathing?
Most people are chest breathers, but you want to be a belly breather. But
so
the way
when you inhale through your nose, like you want to feel like in your stomach. Like,
yeah,
I feel that.
You want to feel the first movement in your stomach. Like if you watch Gino when he's laying on the floor.
Yeah.
That's what he does. I mean, the cats, even little kids. If you ever get stressed out and you have a hard time doing it, Just put a hand on your belly and a hand on your chest. Just get your belly going and, you know, have your chest like still. And once you have your belly going, then just use everything, you know what I mean? You'll notice that if you get stressed out, sometimes it's hard. Everybody, when they get stressed out, their breathing goes to shit. And you end up breathing in your chest more because it's how your reflexes are wired. So now you get the whole, now you get this wave breathing going. What I want to have you do is, it's called a box breathing. So it's a box because you're going to do an inhale, a hold, an exhale, and then a hold. So you're going to inhale, hold full, and exhale and hold empty, and then you're going to inhale again. Now it's called a box because every side is equal. So what you want to do is inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold for a count of 4, and inhale again. Hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale. And you can play with your 4 count. Like your 4 count can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. It's gonna change as you get more comfortable. But that's the thing. So it's a box because all sides are equal. Your holds, your inhale, and your exhale. And another thing you can play with here too is feel your inhales and your exhales coming in and out the tips of your fingers and toes. It's almost like you have nostrils at the ends of your digits. And if you even get comfortable with that, you can lengthen your exhale and you can change it to 8. So it's an inhale of 4 and a hold of 4 and an exhale of 8. And a hold of 4. So doubling that exhale is going to teach you how to just let your breath go instead of compressing it out, which is something we do a lot of the time. This is a good thing to do in the morning because it sort of sets you up to be relaxed, because it just sucks to waking up to an alarm, you know?
Yeah, like that.
Or if mom comes into the room and goes, hey Pat! When you're sleeping.
The new thing, the cat comes in the morning, it just starts meowing. It just won't stop meowing.
Oh, Jesus.
Meow, 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 meow.
What does it want?
It just wants you to follow it around and pet it. It usually does it to Dad because I just don't move.
Does Gino respond to it?
He usually jumps. No, actually, he'll usually just lay in bed.
Doesn't chase her. And the thing you can do too with your breathing is, you know, in your inhales, like tense every muscle in your body. And on your exhale, let them go. If you find something's really tight, like on your inhale, you can tighten your shoulders.
Yeah, definitely relaxed me
Let
doing
those
that.
go. Did we do this at the range?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Or maybe we did just shoulders or something.
I think you were shooting on the ground though.
Because remember you were kind of pissed about the way you were shooting. We did some exercises and you went back. You were shooting a lot better.
Yeah.
Maybe we just did your shoulders. I was shooting on the ground though. Alright. That should do it.
I like that breathing one. I'm gonna start working on that.
Oh yeah, that's really good.